Hiya, welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope you're all very well. It's day 25 and our housemates have been completely isolated now for 3 weeks, 4 days and 9.5 hours exactly. And today, for the first time since being evicted, Stuart and Penny, come face to face in an attempt to reconcile the differences. I'm acting as the Boutros Ghali, I have to say. Our other headlines today is, of course, as you're well aware, they faced a new task on Saturday, which was dancing. The housemates have spent the weekend tripping the light fantastic. In fact, I've never seen them looking so gorgeous as they did last night. Even Brian and Bubble have been dancing cheek to cheek. Take a look at this.
Come on, we gotta go round. Hurry on my way.
No.
Put your hand.
Oh my God!
We gotta go round 3 times.
No.
Bubble, hold me.
Yeah.
Wait until we finish that.
Romance! Lean back. Oh, look at that. Romance. How'd it go? Saying a lot more about Bubble than we first thought, I think. After 25 days in the house, the housemates are now very, very, very bored. Easy audience here. He fell over. We can laugh at that. And even the dancing task hasn't perked them up. So yesterday they thought of a new game to play. Take a look at this.
Then you can help them bring them over, but you can't touch the elastic.
That was a wicked game.
That's good.
You look like Farmer Giles, you two.
Okay.
We need a guy to go into the pool on that side, innit?
Let's just go as slow as we can until Dean has definitely got a hand under her back.
That's it.
Perfect. That was wicked.
Oh, look. Right, I did enough.
I've got it.
That's a good one. Well done, mate. That was nice. So just to recap, that was, in fact, not a task. They did that out of their own enjoyment. Yep, I'm just getting confirmation there. Yes, indeed, their own enjoyment. Delighted to be joined, hopefully, all week by Stuart Hoskins.
Hello there.
Hi, Stuart, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You recovered?
Yeah, just about, yeah. It's
We had a big old chat yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, a bit mad, everything's going off, and radio programmes and television programmes.
You had a lot of interviews this morning, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, I did 1, 2, 3, I'm even forgetting how many I've done now. Yeah, about 3 or 4.
Unreal, OK. With us all day. The housemates aren't usually backward in saying what they think of each other. Right.
Yeah, really.
Okay. Yesterday, Narinder and Brian let Bubble in on their bitching code. Take a look at this.
I know what is going to happen. And
Mr. Motivator.
creator.
Yeah. Again?
The worst nightmare,
Worst nightmare?
it would be.
Just give us...
Mr. Creator of dreams.
I knew the first... Yeah. Right.
Do you not get it?
And Mr. Tennis Tournament. And Mr. Tennis Tournament.
What? Firstly, what's she eating? Because what was that? So, it looked like,
eating?
Yeah, she was like dabbing stuff on her
Yeah,
tongue.
she's always eating.
Is she? OK. And secondly, who's she referring to there?
OK, first one is Paul.
OK.
And she's referring that he's not that intelligent. She's referring that
Yep.
one. The next one is Amma.
Which is a smile.
With her teeth. And Mr. Tennis Tournament, obviously, is Josh.
OK, Mr. Tennis Tournament is Josh. Let's take another look at that to recap.
And the worst nightmare,
Worst nightmare?
it would be.
Just give us...
Mr. Creator of dreams.
Oh, so just to recap, let's do it again. It's allegedly, well...
Yeah, but allegedly, yeah, that's it.
Paul.
No.
Anna. And she also said Mr. Motivator, creator of dreams, which I think can only lead to someone suffering from
what
delusions
sort of
of grandeur.
dreams,
Yeah, exactly. And Mr. Tennis Tournament is Josh. He's got 3 nicknames. It's fantastic, isn't it?
She obviously likes him.
Were you aware of those discussions when you were in the house, those sort of like little code words?
I was aware of that one, because every time we walked in the room, Howie's not picked it up. There you go.
Yeah.
And, rest my case.
But the thing is, though, even though, you know, she's always, you know, she nominated him last week, I know.
Sure.
So even though there's that, I mean, Paul just doesn't cause friction, so I don't really understand what her problem is with him.
No, I think because he doesn't cause friction. He literally drifts on by and just lets the world pass him by, which is great.
Cool. Do you have any secret codes yourself?
I had a code with Dean.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so one of the weeks that Helen was being nominated, he wanted to get a message to Vanessa. Started giving his phone number
Who's
out.
his girlfriend?
Who's his girlfriend? Started giving his own telephone number out. Started off with a code, and I went, Dean, you know where you are, don't you? And he went, oh my God, yeah, you're right.
He was ready to give you the number in front of 3.5 or 4 million people.
4 million people phone up his girlfriend. Hi, Vinny, how are you? So I went, you know, I had a feeling I was going. Got a magazine, open up the page, there's the contents page. So I already went, I said, look, that's the code. And he went, yeah, and that's the number. And he went, yeah. And I said, and so all I need now to know what the other pages are. And he went, okay.
Lovely, lovely.
There you go. So I knew his phone number and I phoned her up.
Lovely bit of this. So in the Big Brother office, we're all sort of like infatuated and fixed in with this. So we'd like to know from you anything that hasn't been brought up on the show, secret codes, little characteristics, etc., etc. Quite simply, our talking point today is tell us something we don't know. We could be here all night. 08709019070. 08709019070. Now, little Stuart's here. Little Stuart.
Yeah, thank you.
Man Stuart's here. Not exactly famous for his tact and diplomacy, but only in times of merriment. I've added that there.
You did.
Thanks. We noticed that through the tears there was laughter, and quite a lot of laughter. Take a look at this gaggle of giggles. Oh, God.
So happy and gay.
Dum 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 dum. Wonky Bars is us. I've repoed to the bar, which can only mean one thing. Either Stuart's lamped me and has had to be taken away by security guards. If we can get a quick cut away from there, we can tell you that that's not true. So I'm here, therefore, because it's looky-likey time again, everyone. Ura, ura. We have the wonderful calendar to give away. We have only one of 10 of these ever made until Christmas. There's lovely Stuart there, week 4. Still searching for someone who bears any sort of resemblance whatsoever to a housemate. This time we've widened the net to include tiny little babies, making this look like a little bit like the mini pops, but slightly less terrifying. Okay, first up today, we've got 4 emails today, which is gargantuan. Hi, Dermot. Here's a couple of pictures of my little boy George. He'll be 2 in August, which I think is a miniature version of Bubble, don't you? Hayley Kingston in Surrey. Thank you very much, Hayley. Here's Bubble. Here's George. Whoa. Whoa. Isn't that lovely? Bless him. Dive in the calendar. OK, next up, for your lookalike competition, 2 pictures of my 4-year-old granddaughter, Molly Jane, who we thought not only looks like Helen, but also shares a fashion sense. And like Helen, even knows her alphabet. Lucy Purcell. OK, this is Helen, and here is Molly Jane. Oh, look. Oh. Someone's just said Big G to her as well. She's done, ooh. OK, I'm Robert Clapham, and you're going to love this, Stu. I've had major plastic surgery to enhance my features to make me look as handsome as Stu. I hope my picture will stand me a chance of winning the Big Brother calendar. It's very good. Here he is, and here's our boy. That's awesome.
It's not winking.
What did he have on his nose? Sellotape on his nose. OK, and last up, I haven't seen this one yet. Hi, Big Brother. Please find enclosed a picture of our 2-year-old son, Brandon, we think is a definite contender for Dermot on Big Brother's little brother, from Sharon Riley. Here's me. Here's Brandon. Yeah. Oh, he does. He does have that Celtic, rustic good look, doesn't he? Yes, you're right. Keep them coming in, please. Big Brother's little brother is the address to write to. Studio 1, 3 More Studios, 3 Mills Lane, London, E3. 3DU. But today our talking point, ladies and gentlemen, is quite simply tell us something we don't know. Anything you've picked up that we haven't on the Big Brother's Little Brother show so far. Got this email in already, Stephanie from Chelmsford. Did you notice Helen arranging the pebbles in the garden the other day? I think she was writing a message to Big G. Do you know what it said? And do you think Big G noticed? Well, we picked up on that. I've actually got a little clip of it now. Let's take a look. What I loved about the fact was her message is just Big G. So surely, by the very nature of it, she's just telling Big G, look, I know your name. I haven't forgot it. Thinking of you. OK, who have we got on the line? We could have Steve, is it? Or Lee from Leeds. Hi, Lee.
Hi, Dermot.
Leeds. How you doing? Can we hear you? You there? Hello, Lee.
Hello.
Hello, Lee.
Hi, Dermot. Hi, Stuart.
Yeah, brilliant. Tell us something we don't know, Lee.
Well, one thing I've noticed, it's Emma. It seems to be when anybody's talking to her, as soon as they're finished, her eyes tend to roll back and she snarls.
And she smells?
Snarls.
Snarls, I beg your pardon, sorry. Did you pick that up when you were there?
What do you mean? No.
OK, thanks. I won't be asking you again. Thank you very much, Lee. Cheers. OK, should have Steve from Burnley online.
Hello?
Hello, Steve.
Hi, yeah. First time caller, big fan of the show.
All right!
You had a caller last week who said that Hammer had been stealing food.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed the other night that when everyone else had gone to bed, she crept into the kitchen and sliced herself off some bread and cheese. Now, I think that'll be all right, except, you know, all the food's rationed, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
and it's not fair on the other housemates.
so hang on, she's doing this like almost every night, is she? Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, yeah. Have you noticed her doing this more than once?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think she's been a bit greedy, really.
Excellent. If anyone notices that, please do email this in. Got a couple of emails right here. Thank you very much for Stephen Burnley. If you look at the footage around 12:50 a.m., the housemates started to go to bed. Emma started pretending she was crying because people had left her alone at night. When Josh comes over, as he says something is wrong, picks his nose and then appears to wipe it on Emma's head. I just thought you might share the same sixth sense of humour as me and we'd find it amusing. Dino and Aberdeen. I don't share that at all, actually, Dino and Aberdeen. OK, after the break, keep them coming in, by the way, 07090199070, littlebrother@e4.com. After the break, Penny and Stuart will face each other to see them fist.
Great.
For the first time since they both left the house. But first, before that, Connie, the lady in charge of overseeing Big Brother throughout the world, gives us an exclusive insight to one of our foreign cousins.
Hi, I'm Connie Schalke. In America, the winner only had one leg.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. Still to come today, Penny and Stuart meet for the first time since they left the house. But right now, delighted to be joined by...
That was so slick.
Do you like that? We've been practicing it 20,000 times before we met you. Thanks for joining us again, as always. How are they getting on with this dance task then?
They're getting on quite well. I think at the moment we're probably not being quite nasty enough. A couple of times today, Dean said they're being nice on us. They're not waking up people who are sleeping. So we're going to up the ante a bit, start chucking in a few more, I think.
It's from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m.
It is, yeah.
That you can actually tell them. I mean,
yeah.
Explain exactly how it works for everyone at home.
Basically, there are 10 tunes, one for each of the housemates, and when their particular tune, they've each chosen which tune to do. When their particular tune plays, they have to get to the dance stage, which is in the garden, as quickly as they can, and get someone else up there dancing with them. And within their dance, they've got to perform certain moves. There's a lasso thing for the country and western, and boxes for the techno and so on. So they've each got to not only get there in time, but get there with a partner and do certain moves to pass the task.
What are you doing? You could be such a sadist. This could be fantastic.
Well, I hope so.
Have you got people up at like 1:30, 1:50 in the morning to
Not
do this?
yet. I think we're going to maybe wake them up early tomorrow morning. Particularly Elizabeth said, they'll never wake people up early in the morning. So I think maybe we're going to start tomorrow morning with a waltz just for her.
And when do they have to do this by? Up until?
It goes up until I think it's resolved on Wednesday.
Okay, cool. And
Wednesday or Thursday.
But they're doing all right at the moment.
They're doing fine at this stage. Yeah, I think they're rushing to the stage really quickly. They're trying really hard. So at the moment, I think they're on course.
Okay, cool. And tell us a little bit about nominations, right? In fact, I believe we can see Narinda and Brian at the moment.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, key players in the house, key players in the nominations.
Really?
I can't reveal too much, but it was quite interesting. Elizabeth, for the 3rd week in a row, has nominated the 2 people that actually came up for nominations, and I can't tell you who those people are, but Elizabeth is obviously very canny. She knows who the weakest links are.
We'll be finding out tomorrow. Now, down here you have a list of the dance styles, and I know for a fact that we can pick one, and you can actually...
we'll get them to do it in sort of 10 minutes' time,
fantastic.
the end of your
Can
show.
you make sure... OK, I want Bubble to do some robotics. That's fantastic.
Bubbles robotics is very,
I know
very
Narinda and Josh are doing some at the moment, and I'm sure we'll pick up on that, but Bubbles robotics will be fantastic.
OK, we'll do it for the end of your
Aidan,
show.
thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind holding that.
You're very welcome.
You're a diamond. OK, now 2 housemates are already dealing with life outside Big Brother. They're, of course, Penny and Stuart. They've been asked endless questions about each other since leaving the Big Brother house, and they very kindly agreed to join us here today to settle those old scores and bury the hatchet. But first, let's remind us ourselves why they haven't always seen eye to eye.
I wouldn't suit you, Penny, I'd suit the rest of you.
Don't pick on that, mate. If you don't understand it, forget it.
I am completely offended by that comment. And I'm sorry, you've shown yourself out to be quite shallow.
OK, I take it back.
Right, thank you. Explain it, or defend it, or... No. Listen, if I gave you the permission to talk to me like that, then I accept it. But I haven't.
I didn't mean him, he won't forgive me. I said because I didn't give him permission. Because I didn't give him permission to say it. Like that. You really are lovely.
Then it's not
You really are.
She's got some sort of nervous... From what I can see, it looks like a nervous disorder to me.
Stare at Stuart, and Stuart would be like going...
with his funny mouth that's got no lips, and then...
Without Penny in here, it's not as stressful in terms of this. It's not as manic.
So this is going to be fun. Please welcome Penny Ellis. Hello, Penny.
Hello, hello, how are you?
Over the camera there.
Good to see you again.
Mm-hmm. You too.
Bless.
Hi,
Hello,
how are you?
Stuart.
All right, nice to see you.
Okay.
No kiss then.
I don't think so.
Okay, guys. So, how does it feel to see each other again?
Is that to me?
Either or?
Well, well, you know, I'm sorry you're out, really, you know, in a way. But we all...
No, you didn't nominate
feel.
Stuart, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't nominate him. I already felt that Emma and Helen were my nominations, you know, so so I didn't nominate him.
What about the big old girl looking well, isn't she?
Yeah, she's looking very attractive.
Okay.
Very happy.
Okay, now, what in your minds are the worst things that either of you said about each other? What for you? What's the worst thing Stuart said about you?
I think it was just it was a very intense situation, but I think it was just a little bit, being a little bit frightened of the situation that was getting a little bit too emotional. The evening where we obviously had a drink and stuff, and I just was feeling very, very afraid. I mean, I wasn't angry, I just was getting a little bit afraid, a bit very upset.
And what about you, Stuart? How did you feel about it? Because I know you've very hurt yourself.
Sure. I think, you know, moreover, the way that the conversation went, it was meant to be light-hearted. It wasn't taken that way. I explained to Penny that, you know, of all the people I could have chosen, I chose the most sensitive one to pick out, and I did that for you know, as a basically tongue-in-cheek. It was taken the wrong way, and that's how the whole thing basically escalated. So, you know, a bit disappointing in terms of, you know, I've looked back and sort of, you know, reviewed how I was in the house. And you know, at the end of the day, we were in a very bizarre situation. And, yeah, if I could have taken it back, we could have had the argument, finished it, stopped, and moved on. And I think we got to that point, but it took longer than both of us were, you know, than both of us were really ready to do at that point.
Well, I did say sorry and you wouldn't accept my apology, and what frightened me most was having to sit on the table and you telling me that I didn't have permission to talk to you in that way, and that really did frighten me, and it still hurts me a lot. But I will, obviously it's resolved, and I've been very positive since coming out about yourself, and I know that you've added a lot to the programme. And I felt you were very responsible. And what I loved was you had an incredible relationship with the boys. You had a wonderful rapport with them, and that was fantastic. And it's just natural that people aren't going to be able to, you know, maybe get on immediately as others. But you know, it's lovely that we have resolved it, and we did resolve it in the house.
Sure.
It's a shame that the media did take it up, but
the media are always, to be fair, we can't be blamed because this the whole purpose of this show is a goldfish bowl scenario.
Yeah,
you know, you can't blame the media for practically anything.
I think you called it a pressure cooker environment, or one of us, or someone did. The intensity in there. I mean, you probably realise it now you're out. It's very overwhelming, isn't it? It's a little bit.
Stuart, you said that you'd react differently if you had your time over. What would you have changed?
I think, you know, I looked at myself, I was honest with you the other day. I said, you know, I got to a point in the argument where enough was enough. You know, you'd have apologised, and I didn't let it go. You know, I pushed you down a little bit further down than I should have. If I'd have backed off at some point, it'd been much easier. I think, you know, you can look back and you can say, you know, OK, I regret that. The media are going to pick up on it. That's the environment we put ourselves, that's what we put ourselves up for.
I was glad you had Dean and Bubble as your support. You know, they were there for you when we came out from that moment by the table, and I had Narinder and Brian, and we knew for the sake of the whole of the, you know, we were both very much part of that whole house, and for the sake of it, we managed to get on, and it was a shame it happened in a way.
And what did you think about the Amma argument when you saw it on television?
Well, I just think, again, personalities clash. I think, you know, people are going to have rows, and, you know, I think everyone's got their own issues. I mean, I just feel that as long as people are sensitive to other people, but then they're not derogatory. I mean, I was very upset that you said to Davina that I was crazy the last week of that. You said that to Davina when you came out. And
when you came out, you said he was a poser.
Yeah, but he already called himself a poser as well on the show with Davina. And again, it's just that somebody does sometimes hit maybe a slight vulnerability in you, but then they will sort of, you know, focus on that. Whereas, yeah, we've all got a slight, you know, vulnerability, but we all have to accept each other's, you know, and not judge each other's.
And lastly, guys, will you be staying in touch?
Well, it'd be nice to go to Dean's wedding. That would be lovely. And also,
I've already said I'm having a party, and
Yeah,
you know, at the
yeah,
end
you
of
said
the
that,
end of the
yeah.
programme, I said, well, I considered there were 11 people in the house, so that we included Penny, and so yeah, of course I invite her.
Cool.
you said 10.
Well, could we please...
But I hoped you meant me.
Well, could we please...
Yeah.
Let's play those pipes of peace right now.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind giving each other a little kiss, please?
Yeah, but don't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's all right, but I'm not two-faced.
Okay.
though, and
I'll go back
I
in.
mean, I
I'm
will.
not saying you
I
are,
will-
sweetheart,
I'm just
but-
saying that. I mean, it did hurt, but I will. You know, I do want
I
to
didn't ask you
embrace
to
you.
tongue him.
You know, we did resolve
Okay,
it.
fine.
We did. You know, and that's respecting one another. I mean,
Sure.
I only kiss. You know, I kiss my. You know, I don't just. You know, I'm being true to myself. You know, is that all right?
It's fine by me.
Okay.
It's fine by you.
Cheers.
Moving on, our talking point today is... Hi. Tell us something we don't know. Hi, Pat from London.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Lovely. Tell us something we don't know.
You've got them both there. It's the curse of the shopping list.
Really? Go on.
Penny wrote the shopping list from week 1. She was evicted. Stuart wrote the shopping list in week 2. He was evicted.
I am getting such a crazy vibe off you right now, Pat.
Well, Josh wrote the shopping list on Sunday.
Do you put much stock in superstition? Do you?
Be interesting.
Very interesting, Pat. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, cool. We should have Lorna on the line from Glasgow as well. Hey, Lorna.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tell us something we don't know.
I'm a bit concerned that Bubbles not washed his sleeping pants since he's been in there. The stripy blue pants that he wears when he goes to bed.
Okay, and wow, he hasn't... How long have they been in there, man? That's what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
Oh, my Lord, and he hasn't washed them at all?
Oh, I've not noticed he's washed some things. I've never noticed that he's wore the ones that he's sleeping in, and he sleeps all the time.
He does sleep all the time, doesn't he? Do you notice that at all?
Does sleep, yeah.
Bubble?
Yeah, he does have.
Not with the sleep, but the whole,
And it's
stripy
the
stuff.
underpants, they run round at night.
Okay, next up. We've got Jackie from Croydon. When Josh was doing the washing up Sunday morning, I think he was using a wiping up cloth to wipe down his bare back. Okay, when Elizabeth was drunk, it was while they were doing fire duty once, Bubble made a comment about her drunk walk, sort of leaning forward and looking at the ground. I couldn't breathe from laughing, so Elizabeth crouching down there. If you've got any more, do please email us. We'll do our very best to get them on tomorrow, littlebrother@e4.com. Our talking point, of course, tell us something we don't know. That's pretty much it for today. Okay, we're finding out who's up for the public vote and seeing how our hoofing housemates are coping with their dancing task. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Take
Thanks
care.
a lot.
God bless.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
If Dermot's left you totally confused, you've obviously missed out on some of the recent action, but you can get back in the saddle with Channel 4 tonight at 10, and then be here for live coverage from the house from 11:35. This is E4. Feel the Pain As If is next.